afternoon. I'm Riza Diaz. This is One News Now. The government has already secured millions of pesos in revenue from travel commitments next year. Now, for the tourism department, this means foreign travelers are still confident about traveling to the Philippines despite of the pandemic. Greg Gregorio is joining us live from Mandaluyong City to tell us more about this story. Greg, tell us about this fund that they have already procured.
Risa, the Department of Tourism has already reported at least 4.5 million pesos of projected revenue from the recently concluded two-day Philippine Travel Exchange or FITEX in Panglao, Bohol. Department of Tourism Secretary Bernadette Puyat said this figure equates to 32 bookings across the country from travelers abroad. This is expected to further increase once the remaining 86% of local sellers submit their reports. FITEX is an annual travel trade event organized by the government. This year's FITEX was held in Panglao, Bohol, where no COVID-19 cases have been recorded. For the first time since 1996, FITEX 2020 was a hybrid event. Less than 100 physically went to Bohol, while most of the stakeholders from the global tourism market joined online. The tourism department said the COVID-19 pandemic pushed this kind of innovation for the trade event. While the generated bookings are all for next year, Secretary Puyat said this is proof that travelers still have confidence in visiting the country amid the pandemic. And as tourism bubbles across the country are being opened gradually, Puyat reminded tourists to be responsible travelers. Because apart from the negative RT-PCR result 2 to 3 days before their travel dates, they still have to strictly follow minimum health standards to prevent transmission of the virus. Rizal tourism authorities emphasized that the gradual reopening of each destination aims to help those whose lives are dependent on tourism. And following the successful conduct of FITEX 2020 in Bohol, Secretary Puyat is confident that this would lead to tourism reopening in the area before Christmas season. Bohol Governor Arthur Yap meanwhile said this will have to discuss if the province will be open to tourists coming from across the country. Riza?
That's some very good news still for the tourism industry in the country. Maraming salamat. That was Greg Gregorio reporting to us live from Mandaluyong City. Thank you. Meanwhile, Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte has recently signed an executive order requiring swab tests for patients referred to hospitals in the city except for Southern Philippines Medical Center. Starting today, all patients will be required to present a negative RT-PCR result within 24 to 48 hours upon admission. Patients, watchers who are non-Davao residents are also required to present a negative swab test result, while those who are living in the city are required to submit a chest X-ray showing no pneumonia. Now, in case of emergency, patients will undergo swab tests upon arrival. The local government also mandates all hospitals to include COVID-19 testings in their operations. Mayor Duterte said the city health office reported cases of COVID patients who had medical checkups for other illnesses in non-COVID-19 facilities. The local chief executive explained that authorities have to protect the health workers from unnecessary exposure to the virus. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization warns that global COVID-19 death toll can double to 2 million before a vaccine can be widely available. The World Health Organization emergencies head Mike Ryan said the figure could be higher without concerted international action. With the death toll now at almost 1 million, the organization is continuing its talks with China about possible involvement in the COVAX financing scheme designed to guarantee fast and equitable access globally to the vaccine. On Friday, a Chinese health official said the World Health Organization had given its support for the country to start administering experimental vaccines even while clinical trials are still underway. Now, for more updates, follow News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. You may also visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register now for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.